and gentlemen, hello and welcome to our English news edition coming to you from Canal Algérie. I'm your host, Maysa Doumaz. To the headlines. The National Commission for the Observation of the Lunar Crescent announced the first day of Eid corresponding to the 2nd of May. The President of the Republic, Abdelaziz Bouteflika, receives a phone call from the former Algerian President Yamin Zarwal on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr feast. The President of the Republic also receives a phone call from His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Emir of Qatar, following the same occasion. And on the occasion of the International Workers' Day, the President of the Republic, Abdelaziz Bouteflika, sends a message to Algerian workers, a message read on his behalf by the Minister of Labour, Youssef Chorfa. On to Paris, where an Iftar meal was organized for the benefit of Algerian students, an initiative taken by the President of the Republic, Abdelaziz Bouteflika. Those were today's headlines. First in our news, the National Commission for the Observation of the Lunar Crescent announced that the first day of Eid al-Fitr in Algeria will be on Monday, the 2nd of May. The President of the Republic, Abdelaziz Bouteflika, received a phone call from the former Algerian President, Yamin Zarwal, in which they exchanged congratulations on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr feast, wishing him success in his noble duties. For his part, the President Bouteflika thanked his brother, Yamin Zarwal, for his noble and sincere feelings, wishing him continued health and wellness. The President of the Republic, Abdelaziz Bouteflika, received on Saturday a phone call from his brother, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Emir of Qatar, congratulating him and the Algerian people on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr feast, expressing his sincere wishes for continued progress and prosperity. For his part, the President of the Republic expressed his gratitude for this gesture, wishing His Highness and the brotherly Qatari people more bliss and prosperity. On the occasion of the International Workers' Day, the President of the Republic, Abdelaziz Bouteflika, sent a message to the Algerian workers, a message read on his behalf by the Minister of Labour, Employment and Social Security, Youssef Chorfa. In his message to Algerian workers, the President of the Republic, Abdelaziz Bouteflika, recalled the various decisions taken in favor of workers in order to preserve their purchasing power and increase their salaries. Let's listen to the Minister of Labour.
فبالإضافة إلى إلغاء ضريبة على الدخل لفائدة ذوي الدخل المحدود ومراجعة النقطة الاستدلالية.
In addition to the removal of income tax for the benefit of categories with limited income, the revision of index points, the creation of unemployment benefits, and the increase in retirement pensions, we will remain focused on expanding the areas of absorption for unemployed Algerian citizens. The process we took to lift the freeze on investment projects already enabled the creation of 33,171 jobs, as well as our determination to include important categories among the holders of pre-employment contracts are indicators confirming the social nature of the state and proof of its strong desire to gradually take charge of citizens' aspirations for a dignified life and suitable living conditions. As a reminder, the protection of the purchasing power, the preservation of jobs and social care will remain priorities to which we attach particular interest and for which we will work to mobilize the possible financial resources, particularly for the benefit of the middle class, categories with limited income, and disadvantaged groups.
The President of the Republic announced that he had issued an orientation to prepare a framework law to organize trade union work. The head of state called for winning the challenge of sustainable development and digitization. Let's listen to Youssef Chorfa.
In this context, I have given guidelines for the development of a framework law governing trade union work and the enrichment of its content through consultation and debate with professionals. To take the bill into account, the charters and conventions ratified by Algeria allow a real representation of the unions The commitment to promote the socio-professional aspect of the workers far from political conflicts, which rid the trade union's action of its true essence. On this basis, I call on all trade union organizations to measure the extent of their responsibilities with regard to workers and companies, and the role in guaranteeing social stability, developing production, increasing the yield, and the continuous adaptation to socio-economic changes, especially as the tensions in the world inspires us to show determination and win the challenges of sustainable development, digitization, and the knowledge economy, which are pillars for nations' success and prosperity.
On the occasion of the International Workers' Day, the Minister of Labour, Youssef Shorfa, presided over the celebration of the official festivities at Ain Difla province in the presence of a ministerial delegation accompanied by the Secretary General of the General Union of Algerian Workers, where they raised the national emblem, laid a wreath of flowers and recited the Fatiha, or the opening chapter of the Holy Quran. Following the instructions of the President of the Republic, measures have been taken concerning the reduction of the tax on total income. This initiative had a good impact on the salaries of civil employees. The details with Leticia Sidqawi.
The year 2022 is already marked by several decisions for the benefit of civil servants aiming at a revaluation of salaries, thanks to the reduction of the tax on the overall income, the increase of the index point in the civil service, measures welcomed by Latifa and her co-workers met in Iran. We have recently benefited from the reduction of the income tax, which has had a positive impact on our purchasing power. I thank the President of the Republic for this measure. My salary has increased thanks to the reduction of the income tax. As a civil servant, I was really waiting for this increase because life is getting more and more expensive. The decisions taken by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, are likely to improve purchasing power and cope with the effects of inflation, new achievements that make it possible to improve their socio-professional situation. We are the only country that has taken the decision to raise wages in the midst of the health and economic crisis. Achievements are part of improving the purchasing power of citizens.
On to Paris, where an Iftar meal was organized for the benefit of Algerian students. The initiative of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, was highly appreciated by our students. Aside from this symbolic initiative, we also highlight the different measures taken by the President of the Republic for the benefit of Algerian community. Report Afaf Bilhushat, commentary Leticia Sidqawi.
An initiative of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, in favor of Algerian students in Ile-de-France. Hundreds of them were invited for an iftar around an Algerian menu, an initiative among others that recalls the commitments of the head of state in favor of our Algerian community settled abroad, especially in this blessed month. We had the honor to have been heard on the other side of the Mediterranean. Today, we are extremely proud of this action that reflects the interest that the President of the Republic gives to the Algerian community abroad. Renewing contact with the Algerian community established in France, allowing Algerian students to play a more important role with the motherland. These are priorities and commitments made by the President of the Republic since the beginning of his mandate. Other measures taken by the head of state in favor of the Algerian community, facilitations measures at the various ports and airports, or attractiveness measures to allow our compatriots to invest in their countries. Other important measures include the provision of the various contacts that allow our nationals to use them to request information from our consular services, or to alert or to denounce situations of discrimination, while promising them legal assistance at consular level. On the occasion of the National Day of Immigration, which coincided with the 60th anniversary of the massacres of October 1961, the President of the Republic called in his discourse all the Algerian diplomatic representatives to adopt a new working methodology that would make it possible to better take charge of the preoccupations of our nationals. I thank the President of the Republic for his commendable initiative. This meeting allowed us to see our Algerian brothers again, to know them better, and to not feel alone during this blessed month. I thank the President of the Republic for this initiative. It is a great moment for sharing, as you have seen. We wish that such moments are renewed quite often. Beyond these symbolic initiatives, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, instructed the Ministry of Transport during the last Council of Ministers to review air and sea transport tickets. Good news for Algerians abroad who will be able to return home to their loved ones. The head of state also ordered the consular representations to receive our compatriots wishing to renew their passports in advance, a measure that has allowed hundreds of Algerian students to return back home and be with their loved ones in the midst of the COVID-19 crisis.
After a month of competition, the last episode of the Algerian national television program, Tajil was broadcasted live on Friday. The ceremony took place in the presence of the Minister of Communication, Mohamed Bouslimani, the National Solidarity Minister, Kauthar Krikou, and the General Director of EPTG, Sha'ban Lunakal. Details with Rania Al-Bahri.
Finally, the results of Tajil competition were announced. This intensive training was rich in emotions and suspense. The lucky winners of the 11th edition have finally been announced during the last episode broadcasted on Friday. The participation in Tajil is a little girl's dream for me. Thank God I was able to integrate in the training institute. I was able to take the first place in this competition. I can't find words to express my joy. I dedicate this victory to my parents and to all those who supported me. The candidates showed great mastery. It was difficult to decide between them. The jury had to take into consideration several criteria to select the best 5. We have a list of very precise criteria which allowed us to decide between the candidates. We take into consideration the strict respect of psalmody rules and reading techniques. It's a good initiative from the part of Algerian television, which we strongly encourage, and we hope that there will be many others contests like this one. For me, it's one of the best programs of the Algerian television and the most successful, even if the national television also offers very interesting programs, but this one is very particular because it has become a reference school in the field of Quran recitation. A competition of psalmody for the benefit of children with specific needs was also organized during the evening. I'm very happy to take part of this program. This is the second edition in which children with specific needs take part. They are people who have great potential. That's why we wanted to highlight them during this competition. An evening full of spirituality where the candidates gave the best of themselves and came back home enriched.
That was it for our news edition. Thanks for tuning in to our program. صحة سحوركم.